Hi, I'm Joy. Welcome to Honey, I'm a Home Chef.
Will you see what I'm going to do with these? It's going to blow your lid. For real. Not even kidding you.
Can't wait to be blown. All right, honey. What are you cooking tonight?
Well, Vanna, here's what we have today. Meatballs. Looks like a lot. It seems a bit overwhelming. I actually put everything out and I was like, Jesus, I probably forgot something and holy crap. But it's really not that difficult. It's just a lot of pre-prep and mixing. And then once you get going, there's like no mess.
All right.
Meatballs get a bad rap. They do.
Yeah,
you
they
gave
do.
them a bad rap. When
Yeah.
we first met, you'd never touch meatballs.
I hated them.
How about meatloaf?
Hated.
But you like meat cylinders on a bun with cheese.
Hamburgers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love a good cheeseburger.
But if they called it a meat cylinder, you'd hate it.
Okay.
Anywho,
Show us how you make your balls.
real quick. So, we got some homemade ground Italian sausage. This is a little on the coarser side, not super coarse.
Okay.
And some homemade ground beef, which is brisket and chuck.
It's
like
delish.
It's like 60-40 brisket to chuck.
All right.
And about 20% fat in both of these. So those are going to get put together in here. Mm-hmm. And then we're going to do all of our ingredients. We're going to blend all that together first in this big bowl.
Okay.
And then combine everything at the end. I'll just quickly run through it so that I don't have to stop and talk about all the crap because I just hate doing that. So we're going to use some panko breadcrumbs. We're going to mix in some heavy cream. This is going to keep the moisture inside of
You have
the
buttermilk.
I could use buttermilk too.
All right.
Do you want heavy cream or buttermilk?
We do have heavy cream.
Oh, here.
There we go. Heavy cream.
Heavy cream. So I'll combine that in there and let that rest for a little bit. And then we're going to chop a ton of things up. I'm going to cut up all of this basil, finely chopped.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to chop up all of this parsley. Mm-hmm. The basil is going to be for the sauce and for garnish.
Okay.
The parsley is going to go in the balls,
Oh.
tiny balls.
Nice.
I'm going to say balls so many times during this, by the way. Moist balls, tiny balls, any kind of balls, just shout it out.
Balls to the wall.
I'm going to put some of this green hairy stuff in my balls. And then I'm also going to use some of that for garnish. Same thing with the Parmesan. We're going to shred a ton of Parmesan. I don't even know if this will be enough. Some in the balls, some on top of the balls. Garlic, I'm going to put some of it through the press. Mm-hmm. That's going to go inside of the meatball. And then I'm going to finally chop some of that. That's going to be in our sauce, which is going to be marinara and Winco tomatoes. If you haven't been to Winco, then you are not wealthy. Oh, and then eggs are going to go in with our seasony dry mix.
Like a binder.
Yeah, the egg's the binder. This is the moisture maker.
All right.
And that's pretty much it. So let's get making some balls. A little bit further along, we've got the breadcrumbs sitting in our heavy cream. And we're just going to let that rest for a little bit. I've also whisked up a couple of whole eggs, large eggs.
Shredded some parm.
Yeah, so I usually only use one egg, but for this, there's going to be so much going into it. One thing I've never done before that I'm going to try is not only am I going to use ricotta with it, but I'm also going to put ricotta in it. So I thought that this would help with the extra egg as a binder. So let's get this out of the way. What else have we done? We've got garlic, ran through our garlic press, and then that's going in. And then this is just for an aromatic for our sauce, which we're going to start in a little bit. Okay. So next thing, we're going to pretty much, I think we're going to use all of this basil and pretty much all of this Italian parsley. So I'm going to chop that up really quick and then we'll keep on moving. Oh, other thing, I'm not going to put a whole ton of Italian seasoning in this, other than, these few aromatics, just because my sausage that I made has already been ground as Italian sausage. So if you do get like a regular pork sausage, you're going to want to think to add Italian seasoning, far more salt and pepper than I'm using. You could go with some red pepper flake. I don't know, a number of
kind of whatever you want.
Yeah. So, so that's where we are. Let's get going. Anywho.
Get back to your balls.
Anywho, those have been resting for a bit. So let's add a dollop of cotta.
Okay.
Should be enough. And then a hefty amount of Italian parsley. Even more, I think. Quite a bit of this parm. We'll save some for topping.
Wow.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
these are going to be very moist balls.
All right.
Our egg. And our crushed garlic that we did. Oop. And then some salt and pepper. Come on, baby. And then mix.
All right.
So we'll get it
Mix
all
that.
mixed together. And then next in goes our meat, our delicious meat. So let's get our meats in. So we got the beef and our Italian sausage. Now, here's another key thing that you need to know. You want to work it well because you want to draw the protein out of the meat and break it down. Not out of it, but mostly just break it down, right? The more you break it down, the better your balls are going to stick together. I might even rest them in the fridge after I ball them up, just so they better hold their shape when they go in the oven. Now, a lot of times I will fry them on the stove, but with all the moisture and the ricotta in these, I'm afraid they might stick. So we'll see what they're like after I rest them, but I think that I'm probably going to end up roasting them off in the oven until they're par cooked and browned, and then we'll finish them in the sauce.
All
and we
right.
set some of this aside because we had quite a bit.
Yeah.
And looking at it, I think we're right where we need to be. I don't want to put too much more.
All right.
So I wanted them a little bit bigger than that little scoop.
I should probably maneuver on this side.
I put some EVOO on my hands so they don't stick to my delicious meats. Yeah, that's a little small. So we're gonna make about 680 of these. And my hands are slipping all over this thing.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm in a water park.
Okay. Decent size.
Yeah, so we'll get these done. Pop them in the fridge for a few to settle.
Okay.
And then in the oven, they're going to go, I think we're going to go pretty high, like 450, 475 for a while.
All right.
We let these rest a little bit longer, which is even better. So let's throw these babies in the oven. I had it at 425, so I just turned it up to 450, but those can go in now. We'll probably roast them off, I don't know, until they look brown and good and ready to go. Over here, I already got some olive oil in the pot. This would be the time to sweat off onions if you're an onion fan. We don't like them at all.
Nope.
So we won't be using onions, but I am going to
We
throw
love
my
garlic.
garlic in. Yep. And that doesn't need to go for very long, like just a minute or so.
Okay.
And to that, probably going to have a splatter mess here. Ready for a splatter?
Yep.
That wasn't too bad. So we got some diced tomatoes. I'm going to put a little bit of salt in this just to give it a tiny touch of flavor. And then the marinara we love this, by the way.
Oh,
This
yes.
is our favorite, and you can get it on sale once in a while for like $4 a jar, which isn't too bad. I do want water in this, which makes this ideal. People always say, "Oh, don't put water in the jar. That's stupid."
Oh, yeah.
But-
I've always done that.
Well, I actually want water in this sauce because I know that this is going to thicken up quite a bit. So that's fine. And last to it is a little more than half of our basil. Plop.
Nice.
And we're just going to cook that off while those toast up in the oven.
All right.
And then we'll go from there. Is pretty darn cooked down. It's nice and warm. The garlic is soft inside of it. It's time to take the meatballs out, which we already checked, and they're pretty brown on top. I think they're mostly cooked through, too. Got quite a few of them.
Ooh, yum.
Yeah, they look delicious, and they're nice and springy, which is cool.
All right.
So
Now
what we'll do for the time being is we're just going to pop these. Oh, look at that. That's the cheese right there.
Oh, yum.
So we'll pop these in the sauce as many as we can fit. We're not going to really cook them off long in the sauce. I just want to get them fully coated, and then we're going to do what I'm looking forward to. What I bought these. Oh, show
With
those dudes.
those
So I just got these. I'm super stoked to try them out because they always have them at restaurants when we get meatballs.
Little mini cast irons.
Yeah, so we're going to do a special little magic meatball trick inside of those.
All right.
Yeah, I'm like mega pumped about this dish. I've been wanting to do it for a while that way.
I'm excited too. Okay, so it looks like they're all gonna fit.
Most of them, yeah. So we'll maybe go like 5 minutes in here tops.
And then we'll put them in the cast iron next?
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
do the step-by-step on the cast iron.
All right.
We'll pimp them out. Into the dishes. Of course, we have one set aside for our neighbor friends across the street because we like to do that. So here's my thought. I'm going to hit these with just a little red on the bottom, right?
Yep.
Maybe do I construct all four or just one?
Just do one for
Okay.
the sake of time.
So here's what I want to do. I want to, you're right in my zone. I want to put little bits of ricotta right there in the bottom.
Nice.
Then gather some meatballs and come over
How
the
many
top.
do you put in each one?
I don't know. I've never used one of these little bad boys.
Maybe 3?
Maybe 4. I think 4. Look at that. It's a 4-fitter.
Okay. It's a hearty dish.
Well, yeah, but we're not having pasta or anything
True.
like that.
Well, bread.
Well, normally people have bread with pasta, see? So we cut some
True.
carbs.
Oh,
It's
looks
less carb.
fabulous.
And then, over the top of that, some fresh parm. And to
then-
finish her off, a little sprinkle basil. It comes off my fingers.
Oh.
And some Italian parsley. And then when that goes in, actually these are going to go in
Oh
the
yeah,
oven.
let's show our.
So I just quickly cut up some bread, put some olive oil, Parmesan, and Italian seasoning on there. So that's going to go in the oven at the exact same time as that.
Okay.
Bread should be done a couple minutes sooner, but that
So we're
shouldn't
gonna
be a
finish
problem.
making these.
Yep.
So they're all right. made.
Are we ready?
Oh, we are ready.
All right. So we're going in the oven.
On 450.
450.
How long do you think?
Not long, because everything's already cooked. And then I'll pop the bread in here on the bottom. And I just want those things like bubbling, ready to serve.
Oh man, these are heavy.
These look legit.
Oh, wow.
You're going to definitely burn your tongue on that.
Yeah, those need to sit. All
Are
right.
you ready to get burned to hell?
I'm a little scared to try this. You should be trying this first. But look how, like, my mouth is watering. Fantastic. Oh, look
Make
at
sure
that.
you get some of that cotta on there.
Oh, wow. It, like, just breaks apart. Okay, ready? Oh, gosh. Oh, I'm scared. Oh, my heaven.
Swear?
Where?
I'll try some.